Welcome back, Madden people. Today, I want to give you guys a little bit of a state of the union. We got some new content today. New content is always nice, especially for people like me trying to give you guys some information and trying to do something here. What I want to look at is this that I got going on. Kind of keeping track of what content has came out and when it's come out. We can kind of see if we're getting a little. That's kind of I want to go over it. So these dotted boxes here, not days that we've actually had yet. These solid boxes here are actually days from launch, and this is actually launch day. Yellow means we got some content and what it was, and these blanked out days are just that, they're blanked out days. Now hopefully going forward, what we're gonna see is this be a new content day and that be a new content day. Hopefully we can do like a Thursday or a Friday promo. I mean, if so far since launch we've had a new promo every week. We'll see if they can kind of keep up that pace. I don't see it. These days might end up starting to be blank, and hopefully they got something to fill that void until we get a new promo. But then we do got legends as well. What these other ones are is kind of my own state of the union to you guys. This is what I want to be out reviewing. I want to do a team of the week review. I want to do whatever the wild card is of that week. This week it's heavyweights. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Whatever promo, whatever part of what promo, whatever they got to fill this 2-day void, because that could be lacking. You know, I want to start going over legends, and then team of the week predictions. So we'll do that every Monday. I gave you guys 10 last week, and I think I hit 5 out of my 10 were actually part of it. So 50%, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Every Friday I want to kind of go over what I've been doing over the last week to be making money. There's a lot of it's just, you know, common knowledge, stuff we can do day in, day out, every day. Snipe the auction house, get cheap training, buy stuff on Legend Saturday, you know, get a player packs, exchanging for power up players. So just rambling off some. This is all stuff that you guys can be doing every day when you're bored. You're good at the game, go make people quit out on head to head. I mean, it's 3,000, and if you can make people quit out every 10 minutes, that's okay money that you could be making while you're actually getting to play the game, which is kind of nice. So this is kind of my schedule going forward here, and these are kind of what EA's schedule is going forward. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys about that before we actually get into the content for today. What we do got for today is we'll go ahead over here and look at these heavyweights. And this is kind of cool how they did it this time. They dropped 5 heavyweights today. The entire offensive line got a major upgrade today. They are expensive, don't get me wrong, to get them. To get them, outside of buying them on the auction house, you're going to have to come in here and you're going to have to spend your training. Now, if you guys listen to me on Legend Saturday and you bought up a bunch of legends for 87 per, or 87 legends for 80,000 per, and you would get training at 44 per training, 44 coin per training. If you were getting that kind of deal or better, these things cost you less than 170. Mine cost me 168 when I averaged it out. So if you were getting it, let's say at 40 per, that's another 10% off. You might have been getting those closer to 150,000 per. There's a couple of them in there that got some good value to them. The Lane Johnson, I didn't after I did my 2 re-rolls, because again, these are expensive, but I did 2 rolls on these things, and I got the center and I got incognito. So I made my money back. I wasn't gonna complain. I made some money. I was up over $1 million earlier before I started back into Team Diamonds. But there's 5 of them. Let's go over and look at them and look at their stats. So we're gonna flip back over here real quick, and we're gonna pull up both of these. So the first one we're going to look out here is Kevin Zeitler over there in right guard. You compare him to like the Larry Allen, and the stats that I kind of look for would be like strength, run block, pass block. Those are my primaries that I'm looking at. I don't want my guys on my line getting bowled over and me getting ran into because they can't hold up. So that's what I kind of look at. He is a little bit weaker than Larry Allen. His pass block is, I mean, better, and his run block is significantly worse. So if you're run heavy, and I mean, there's probably better guys than Zietler. I mean, his run block, even compared to the Saints Diamond, the Jahir Evans, is worse. His pass block, though, I mean, is better than both of them. So if you're looking to pass, okay, cool. If you're looking to run, I'd probably look at the other two 89s that are out there. His strength stacking up, I mean, it shoots right in the center of him. The diamond is going to be less strength, whereas your Larry Allen he's going to be stronger. And at 88 strength, going to be easy to chem that up, I would assume. I mean, it can't be too bad to be able to chem that up. You should be able to get that to 90. On to the next one here. We're looking at Lane Johnson. I wish I would have pulled him. I would have kept him. I wouldn't have sold him. I like Lane Johnson because while it might not show here, his speed compared to the other guys at the top end is not comparable. Like the other guys got like 50-ish speed. This guy's sitting at 78 speed. So when you get him off the line and he's out there in the secondary trying to make a block for you, he's going to be able to kind of keep up. Like he's going to get out there and make a block in that second level better than any other lineman out there. If you're pulling him, he's going to be able to get across the line better than any other lineman out there. So to me, he's number one, and it's because of one of the stats that you can't even see on here. But let's go ahead and look at strength. His strength is significantly less than Phil Loadhold. And let's look at Schwartz. I mean, his strength is better than the Mitchell Schwartz, so can't complain about that. His pass block's coming in at an 86, which is going to be less than Michael Schwartz, but he's actually equal on the pass block to the Phil Loadhold. Run block coming in at 88 is comparable to the Loadhold, whereas the Schwartz is much worse in run block. So again, look at those stats. What is your scheme? How are you moving the ball this year? Decide where you want to go. But I'm telling you, this Lane Johnson is fast. He's good. Don't pass him up if you get a chance to play with him. There's a reason he's the most expensive heavyweight currently. Next one we got to look at is going to be this Incognito. This is one I did pull earlier. The Incognito is actually the only 89 left guard. Your only other options are going to be Joe Tooney, however you want to say it, at 86, or this David Deal. I don't know how to say it. Probably butcher it. Again, tag him. Tell him I butchered his name. He can send me the YouTube video on how to pronounce it. He's overall significantly better. I mean, he's 3 better than any of the other left guards that are out there. His strength is better than both of them. I mean, significantly better than the Tooney, and only moderately better than the David Deal. I don't know how to say it. Pass block though, and his run block is, he's a run blocker. So you want to compare him to the other guys. Tooney's kind of more of a balance guy, and David Deal's kind of a little bit of a balance as well. And he beats them out in just about everything. But it's close. I mean, his pass block, I guess, is lower than both of them. But 89 strength, again, easily able to chem up to 90. Highest overall left guard in the game right now. It's another reason that he's one of the more expensive ones as well. I believe, is this the last one we got to look at? No, we got 2 more to look at. Okay, Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil coming in at 89. The only other 89 out there is the legend Joe Thomas. Looking at their stats side by side, you're talking Tunsil is stronger. His pass block is about the same, and his run block is lower, on 3 lower, 2 lower, 3 lower, 3 lower. But his strength is 3 higher. And again, I like strong guys. You could probably pretty easily chem that up to 90. It looks like a couple of these guys' strength are just that 1 or 2 off from that 90 that I like to see on a guy. Maybe it's a little bit too early to be asking for that, but that's kind of where my target is for my offensive line. The only other one is going to be this Trent Williams, who is stronger and has a more balanced pass block defense scheme, whereas the Tunsil has a little bit better of a pass block. But he's the only one who really kind of compares up on that top end as well. Last one we got, Brian Linder. They did tease it out last night. I thought about doing a video last night showing you one, but I figured I'd wait till we get them all, kind of see what the program is, see if we get it going forward, or if it was just kind of a one-off. There's only one other 89 currently, and that's the Travis Frederick. His strength, Travis Frederick's strength is better, and they're equal on the pass block run block thing. So it depends. I mean, I guess Fredericks is going to be a little bit better, but you're also talking, 60,000 coin different. So to me, if I had the Linder, I'd probably play him and not squawk too much about it. But if you're building that God Squad, I'd probably go with the Travis Frederick because, I mean, he's got a little bit better strength. It's at 88, while you're camping all these other heavyweights up to 90. He's going to get up to that 90 as well. And I believe then that would be it. That's all 5 of them. So I kind of want to, like, if you can get training, I kind of want to touch base on that again, because that's a good way of making some money. There's some snipes out there, and everybody's kind of, hey, how do I make money? How do I make money? Go out and build yourself a training point spreadsheet and look for training at like 44 per. If you can get it at 44 per, that's about 170,000 for these things. And right now in the auction house, if I looked at them, I think I sold both of them. Like the lowest one I sold was 215 or something like that. So it's a good 20k. And maybe there's better ways to use training. Don't really know. But if you're looking to just get raw coin, and you can pull 4,000 training at about 44 per, it's a good little markup that you got here. So let's go ahead and just see if the price is dipped. I mean, some of them are down to 200. Yeah, the top end, the low end's down to about 200. 220. I mean, we didn't have to get too far down to really get in that 220. I don't know if that was just ending or if that one sold for 225, but 225, that's not bad. I mean, after EA tax, you're getting about 200 back and you spend 170. That's 30k for sniping the auction house. And maybe it'd be better to flip them, but I personally like the chance of getting that Lane Johnson. So I mean, let's see, the Lane Johnson's more like 250. So if you spend 170 and you rip one of these Lane Johnsons, you're gonna make yourself a good 50k on that one rip. So it's a good little floor on the money making scheme. It's a pretty good ceiling on the money making scheme, and that's kind of what I look for, is where they're both pretty stable and you're making money no matter what. But until next time, hopefully later today, peace out, Madden people.